What's Coogee, everybody? Welcome back to Holla at Ja podcast. Hey, we back with the Holla at Ja. What's the word? Podcast. Holla at Ja, holla at Ja podcast. Hey, holla at Ja, holla at Ja podcast. How is everybody doing? If you don't know me, I am Jiayre. I am literally the host. I said the hostess with the mostest. Where is that from? Whatever. I am the hostess with the mostest on this podcast. How are you guys doing? Today, I'm a little casual. I'm just a little looking good, putting the muscles out there. But no, I just everybody's been saying that I've been losing weight. And, I guess I could tell a little bit, but I haven't really been doing anything special. So, I've been looking good, drinking my water. Okay. So, what I want to, let's get the formalities out the way. You already know me. I already introduced myself. If you want to follow me on my social medias, my socials are Mr. with 2 R's _ expressions. Literally, I just be on Instagram and Twitter mainly. If you want any updates. Holla at Jai. You can stream this on all my platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcast is coming soon, so be cautious of that. Amazon Music. I'm gonna look at this list. Anchor. But you can look it up. There'll be a link in the description box below where you can click on it and go to your streaming platform and listen to the podcast. Patreon. If you want to be a Patreon exclusive, you want to see content early that is unedited. If you want to see music breakdowns, movie breakdowns, album breakdowns, because SZA's album coming out Friday. When I'm recording this, it's the 6th, so she got 3 more days. 3 more days till we get SOS. But anyway, we done. I already have my SZA rant this week. If you want exclusive episodes, which will definitely be more exclusive episodes starting in 2023, I am so excited to finally have that. So let me just move my mic a little bit over just so I can feel like I'm talking into it and not just distancing myself. You can donate below if you want to support me, help me out to upgrade my studio, get more equipment so I can be more elite, because I do want Holla at Jai's podcast to be a legacy and to be longevity and not just short term. I want this to be long term. And also, if you're on my YouTube, if you're not listening to this, but if you are listening to this, please like and share to your family. But if you're on my YouTube, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just show support. I love you guys. And I'm going to be looking actually at my iPad right now, getting the notes that I need. And so let me put that right here. So I'm going to just take a sip of my water and I'm going to distance myself from the mic because, I don't want the gulp sounds on this podcast. So we're just going to sip this from a distance. BRB. But that was good. Okay. So this episode is going to be a little bit of a serious tone, I do want to say, if you're looking at the title. But it could also be like an enlightening tone. So let's just talk about it, okay? So, because it's very important to me, especially with, I'm going to start off with this, especially with August Alsina coming out that glass closet. I said it. Ladies, keep it cute. I said it. Glass closet. Y'all acted like y'all couldn't tell. Or was y'all too, was everybody just so convinced? Like, I'm sorry. I literally told my friend, August Alsina came out. He has a boyfriend and everything. She said, really? I'm not surprised. I go on another channel where somebody's talking about it. August Alsina's out as bisexual. Y'all surprised. like y'all can't like tell, like, especially with that shift. Yeah, he still makes music for women because women pay his bills. Women stream his music the most. Women and actually the gays. But like for real, like he still has love for women. You know, he just said he found love in a different form. And let me look at my notes because I did want to say something about this. Again, no one's surprised that this man came out. I'm really not. I was waiting for him. People saying that whole entanglement with Jada was a cover up, but no, I actually think that I'm be honest, I think August likes older women and younger men. I just want to be honest. I think that's really what it is. Because, you know, there was that whole thing with, well, rumor, or if it was admitted to, that whole thing with Jaden Pinkett Smith, Jada's son. Wait, did I say Jaden Pinkett Smith? I mean, Jaden Smith, you know, I'm sorry. That sounded... Entanglements. Because we'll be tangled in the sheets. That's my shit. I ain't gonna lie, that was my song when it came out. But you know, and I just gotta say this. I'm actually happy because he's actually one of the people in this industry that actually just stays out of shit. Like, you don't really hear him talk. You don't hear him bad in the news. You don't hear him talking about making assumptions that he is beating on women, pulling hair on women. No tea, no shade. You don't really hear him in the news negatively. Like, you just hear him in the news like August Alsina got punched by Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez denies, which we ain't gonna talk about that man. But we don't talk about, well, no, I do talk about Bruno. So I can't really talk. I almost said we don't talk about Bruno on this, but I talk about Bruno. But it's so important when you realize something like that. And it's not just sexuality. It's not just boyfriend, girlfriend, not just same-sex things. It's just in general. When you discover something that brings you so much, you know, happiness and joy and just bringing life to a whole new version of you, it's so important to speak that out to people who you trust. And it's also good to speak it out when you feel comfortable. Knowing and speaking your truth is such a valuable thing. In a world that everybody's trying to be somebody, where everybody's trying to hop on trends, when everybody's trying to get the next viral video on TikTok, when everybody's trying to mainstream, when everybody's trying to copy everybody else because that person already did it, I am calling everybody out because that's actually bullshit. And I'm going to say it loud because there's no originality no more. No one is, like, even though it's hard right now to really be original because everything is either being thought of or everything is being done. Even if you think you thought about it originally, it's always going to come up. Like, I'm in Ohio at the moment and say it's going to come all the way to California. Somebody has the same thought as me, but makes it quicker because, you know, they have the quicker networking. They have this, that, and the fifth. And so it's just, it's hard. But the motto that I literally say all the time, my goal is to be different, but familiar, to a point where I'm not as different so people will look at me like, what the hell is he doing? But they look at me to a point like, oh, that's different, but I get it. You see what I mean? I think that should be everybody's goal, is to be different, but also to be familiar. And that makes you unique. That makes you an original. That makes you really think outside the box. There's nothing wrong with being inspired, as long as you're not copying that person's blueprint every step of the way. You can take this and that and this and make your own blueprint, make your own recipe, add some sugar, some spice, some seasoning salts, you know, decorate it with a little bit of paprika and, yeah, with the little green stuff. I forgot what is that? What's that thing called? Basil leaves, bay leaves, something like that. But, you know, with him, with the whole thing about August Alsina coming out, everybody is saying that that's his little brother. That's saying that his brother. Can we just talk about how a lot of dudes be calling non-blood bros and stuff? So, you know, just to say that person close, You know, it goes with the same way. Now, this right here, disclaimer, I'm not shading nobody, but this actually, everybody is so used to girls talk about, oh, that's my brother, but then be humping on him in the bedroom. I said it. I did. Because I knew too many. That's ridiculous. You gonna, okay, anyway. And awkward. I know some of y'all just turned this off, but if you're still here, how you doing? You understand. And if you were that girl or if you were that dude who called a girl your sister and still humped on her just to make a cover up, I'm glad you're here. You probably healed or you probably still doing it. Live your best life, okay? But with this being said, when I said ladies, let's just keep it cute. Let's be honest. Now that this man is out the closet, some of y'all hurt. I see it all on my timeline. Some of y'all really hurt. Some of y'all think this is the disguise. Some of y'all think, what the hell did we do wrong? You ain't do nothing wrong. You was just being yourself. He just discovered something new. And then a lot of y'all, it's so ridiculous. And I think it's women mainly doing it. Men do it too. But women, y'all make it more vocally while men stay in the background. Okay? And just, you assume. But, like, a lot of y'all were like, oh, my God, him and his boyfriend, fine. They look too gay to be fine. Or they too fine to be gay. They're too this, that, and the fifth. Like, but the mistake that people don't understand is that the gays are looking exactly like them. Why do people think that gay, bisexual, pan, man gotta be, like, especially the blacks, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We'll get that at on another episode. But especially that, because especially when growing up, especially seeing different types of LGBTQ plus black men, they don't always look like RuPaul. The drag queens on the drag race, you know, they be stunning, they be shutting everything down. But they don't look like that. They don't look like Billy Porter. They look like a man that you will literally see walking down the street with literally sweats, a t-shirt, or you'll see him all dressed up in a tux, button up, fresh cut lineup, dreads, braids, waves. They look normal. And I think, honestly, we are getting to the point in society where we are no longer just pushing those roles like, oh, I'm gay, I have to dress like this. Or females, ooh, I'm gay, I got to dress like a butch. Is that what they call them? Like a butch? Like a butch lesbian? Like someone who's more masculine? Because I don't want to say the D word. That's so disrespectful to me. I'm sorry. Like, it's like, yeah, they joke around with it, but it's a butch lesbian, I think it is. Like a lesbian that's more like lesbian looking. Like when like you go in a club and it's dark and you look at them like, oh shoot, I think that's a dude. But then come to find out it's a female or a non-binary, however they identify. It's a lot of things are changing. But then again, I'll talk about this again, but then again, gay women are looked at very differently in society as such a fetish and a fantasize. It's just being fantasized. Like, let's just end this conversation. Because the whole point of me talking about him is that he just spoke his truth. And I think it's very important no matter what the opinions are. Because you will never, and it's honestly, sometimes you don't even got to speak your truth. He could have just kept us in the dark. And we would have never known. And he just could have made a post like, oh yeah, me with da-da-da-da. Like, just keeping peace. But he felt comfortable. And he didn't want people to assume he was something he wasn't. So that's why he said it. That's why he felt the need to just open up. That's why he felt the need to say, this person showed me a different kind of love. A love that made me open-minded. A love that made me this. A love that made me feel something. And showed this to us. This was a precious moment to him. And there's so many moments that we hide. There's so many moments that we don't want to tell people. Because the evil eye is a real thing. People look at you and just wish so much hatred. And it's crazy about it. They don't want your relationship to last. They don't want that $1 million job that you make and last. They don't want that car that you just got to last. They want that car to break down as soon as you turn a corner. They want you to get fired from that job. They want your boyfriend or girlfriend to break up with you. I'm not going to go too dark with that. Because I thought about something real dark, but I'm not going to say it. But like, people that don't even know you have so much ill intention. and so much negativity towards you. So I just tell you to be careful what you post on social media. Be careful what you say on social media, what you do. Even though, because social media is constantly about posting good things so people can like, value you. People can say, I love it. People will leave you with emojis, heart eyes, like, damn, you look good, you fine, beautiful car, congratulations. Validation from social media when that post can literally be posted up on somebody else's, like, ugh, I wish that car would break down. Like, you know what I mean? So just be careful. I wanted to go on that mini rant and just say to be careful, because you'll never know who is literally wishing the worst on you. So going on to on the other topic, I do want to ask everybody this question, and you don't have to, answer it right away. You don't have to think about it too hard right now. You can think about it on your own time, but I do want to talk to you about and ask you, what do you stand for? Because you can't stand for everything. You know what I mean? You aren't meant to be for everyone. So you need to stop agreeing with everything and everyone just to fit in. Stop being the people pleaser. Stop being a yes man or yes woman or yes non-binary. I hope that out there. Yeah. Stop being a yes person. Okay? With that, you are torturing yourself mentally, trying to keep everyone happy but yourself. And the one person that's really going to care about you is you. So how you treat yourself is how others is going to treat you. But I tell you, how people look at you and how they perceive you, how you walk, how you talk, it tells a lot. For example, me. If you don't know me, if you haven't seen me, sometimes I strut. I can't lie. I strut. And when someone struts, especially, it just shows confidence. It shows, don't bother me. And if you're going to bother me, step up with this same energy that I'm giving. And that's something. And that's something I had to learn, especially in high school. I was so timid going into freshman year because in middle school, I was so used to being around a specific group of people that I wasn't used to a lot of people being around me. Like, I went to a private school where, you literally had to audition and take a test to get in. And so when I got in, I was only around certain people. I wasn't really around others. Like in high school, I wasn't around the other middle schools. So when I got to high school, it was such a huge environment. Of course, I'm a freshman. I was a freshman. But I was just like, oh, you want to, they were like, let's do this. And I was like, oh, yeah. Just so I can feel like I belong. Let me take this sip of water because, honey, I felt my throat drying real quick. But it's that. And when the more I grew up, the more I realized a lot of people who I was saying yes to, doing this, that, and the fifth, that I'm no longer friends with now, that I don't even know where they're at now, actually, to be honest. It was such a waste of time and a waste of energy that it just, honestly, it makes me upset that I actually did this. But honestly, I had to learn. We all have to learn. I do want to say that you never lose. You always learn. Even athletes, yes, we are built in a society where that losing and winning are ingrained in us. And when we lose, we feel bad. But I love it when coaches, even though, yes, they feel bad that they lost, I love it when coaches are like, you know what, we lost, but we learned a lot. Now we can apply that to us and take on these other teams and win and go back to that team we lost to and learn from the mistakes. And I love learning from the mistakes. I just wish that people didn't think about it so harshly and put that loss and that victory to value. I gotta reopen my notes here. So it's just don't, I tell people to don't try to fit in and literally understand yourself, because that can torture you mentally, spiritually, and it can lead to literally feeling physically drained, depression, don't know your way, don't know how to get through to things. It's just, you just got to figure out what you stand for and stand on it. And those are actually good boundaries to test, like literally stand on it. Don't let no one apply themselves to you. Don't let anyone think that they can control you. Don't let anyone persuade you from your opinion, what you agree with. Like, it's okay. There's some fun things you can be like, oh yeah, okay, I see it. But that's not being a pushover. That's being open-minded, but you still have those boundaries, okay? You still have those things that you have to say. And then this also leads to what is important to you. It's like, is this really, is it beneficial? Is it beneficial to yourself? What's important to you? Do you feel like it's a must? Do you feel like you have to have it? Do you feel like it is something that is going to make you stronger? Is it something that you have to grow as a human being? Let me look at my notes. Oh, are you focusing? What? Oh, okay. That's the other one. I'm reading my notes and I'm like, what? Are you forcing yourself to view what someone else deem as important? This could be a person, place, or thing. And do you really care about what you think is important? I think that's really where a lot of people don't tend to grow. I have to say that right now. People just don't tend to grow. And it's because they don't know the basics. They don't know the basics of who they are. They don't know what they are. They don't know who they want to become. They don't know their truths. So when they speak, it's a lie. It's something that I wish people would value. Because when you lose, you should pause and take reflection. There needs to be a reflection period where you're actually reevaluating that loss and what you did wrong in the situation. This could be a breakup. This could be you losing a job. This could be financially. This could be spiritually. This could be your mental health. This could be your grades. This could be anything that you feel like you're just lost and that you took an L. Where are you going wrong? Where are you seeking validation from others so you feel good? Why are you putting so much energy into something that isn't worth it? That you know for a fact isn't worth it? Social media can play a lot into this too. I keep, every podcast, I keep bringing up social media being a negative influence, but it's the truth. And I just say that because everybody wants to get the 1,000 likes on social media, on Instagram, TikTok. Everybody wants to go viral. Everybody wants to have 1,000 followers that from people that they don't even know, but they just want to have that. A lot of people want to be influencers, but don't know who they want to influence. They just putting stuff out there to grab people, just random people that are inconsistent. They don't even have their niche. They don't have the people that they want. They don't have the people that they don't have their audience. And before, probably people like, who is your audience? My audience, personally, Jiayre's audience is people who want to be enlightened, who wants to laugh, who wants to learn, who wants to heal, and who wants to be entertained, who wants to hear my experience and apply what resonates, what feels good to their lives. I want people, my audience are people who are open-hearted, open minds, and doesn't see the world through a teeny tiny lens of a camera, who actually puts it on widescreen, full screen in 4K. And that's the people that I attract. That's the audience that literally love to hear music, who love to hear my voice, even though sometimes I hate hearing my voice, but that's normal. People who want to grow. And I think it's very important that this podcast is such that first step. People who were in my place, who were scared to put themselves out there. Now look at me. I'm literally on episode 7. Episode 7 of putting out my podcast, posting on YouTube, and literally, and literally doing things that Jiayre a year ago wouldn't have done. That Jiayre 3 months ago wouldn't have done. Probably wouldn't have thought of it, but like, probably would have been scared because I don't have the biggest equipment. I'm literally recording off my iPhone for the video on YouTube. Like, there's no shame because my iPhone is bomb diggity, okay? I pay money for a good-ass camera, okay? I'm getting 4K on an iPhone, period. Even though I do want to get another phone so I can, like, have my phone as a list and not look at my iPad. But, I'm doing what I can do. Because let me tell you something. I'm working towards literally having my own studio where I can literally record my own music, where I can literally have cameras everywhere on a podcast, where I can have multiple mics, where I can literally invite people to come to my studio so we can do this interview, come to my studio so we can record your music, come to my studio so we can collab, come to my studio so we can do this, that, and the fifth. This is what's important to me. I want a little boy who thought like me, thought about literally doing the minimum, thought about he wasn't good enough, the one that was being bullied, and the one that just felt like he was odd, the one who was seeking validation from his friends because he didn't want to be alone. You know what? I want to be, but I'm going to say I am because I'm starting. I am that inspiration for them little boys and girls. Just like to prove to themselves that all you got to do is start. No, I'm like, yes, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I should have started this. Really should have started this podcast a year ago. But you know what? I started it when I was meant to. Okay? This is what I stand for. This is what's important to me. I'm really getting passionate. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I know I'm really getting into it. Like, I'm literally going off script right now. My next point was, do you love it? I love it. I love being in front of people. I realized this passion of mine, personally. This is my experience. I learned this passion when I began theater in 8th grade. I would never forget it. I was Smee and Peter Pan. I was a pirate, and I would never forget it. And I loved it. And ever since then, I never stopped theater. I mean, with, Corona, Ladasha, the virus, she had me messed up, and now she back in the house. Got her ass whooped, and she's staying in there. She comes out, she sneaks out every once in a while. But, Karish, the Kanai, whatever, I'm not going to say it because I feel like because I heard a lot of people on YouTube get flagged for saying it, so I'm going to stop. And I do want to say I'm not doing this just for the money. If I get monetized for this, I get monetized for it. That just means I get money doing what I love. I'm earning money with my career. As much as I'm in the entertainment business and as much as I can be replaced the next day like that, I get it. But I'm always going to have loyal audience members who aren't going to let me down, who are always going to support me, even if I get rejected. Because now I have a foundation that I'm literally building by myself. No help, no label, no management company, no this, that, and the fifth. I'm literally doing this all by myself in my house. And it's something big. And I got to start somewhere. I got to be that inspiration. I have to show them that you can start with nothing and become everything. But you have to love it to really put in that effort. If I didn't love this, I wouldn't really been putting in the effort. But I have to start making practical steps because I do have if you're an astrology person, my North Node is in Virgo. And so I live my head in the fantasy land. I have to literally write that down. That's why I write in my planner because I have to literally be practical and make plans before I do anything. Before we go to a little ad commercial break, I do want to say two things. And it's like, don't let anyone tell you what your truths are or what your truth is not, because it's either irrelevant, irrational, or it doesn't matter to them. If it doesn't matter to them or they don't understand, leave that person alone. They're never going to understand. They're never going to grow to understand. So just put up the deuces. and diss them, okay? Because they're not essential to your growth whatsoever. And everyone isn't supposed to agree with you with what you do, what you think. And if you like, even parents, siblings, grandma, auntie, uncle, I know they all are like very important and you love them and they say, I don't agree with this. If it's right for you, it's right for you. I understand it. I do. So I'm just asking that you really do just make sure, especially when you're at your own age, and especially when you are trying to make things happen for yourself. It's okay. Okay? It's okay to really put yourself in a position where people are going to agree with you and disagree with you, even when they're family. It's going to hurt you, but it's going to pay off. Taking leaps of faith is very important, because then that just proves to a lot of people who couldn't take that leap that you're doing it. And so, let's go to commercial. Let's go to this ad. I'm trying to figure out who. Actually, you know what? I know who. I know exactly who. Let me find it. Let me find the person. Let me find the name. What you're about to hear, that's not it. What the world? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Ooh, what the world? Where is it at? Did I take it off? Oh, I am so mad because I have to find it. But this ad, I'm not sponsored, but this is Herbalife with Jiayre. She is a health person. If you want to get your body snatched, you better go get it. If you want to get gym preps, go ahead and get it. And I'm going to let the ad play in the back. Listen to it. Get your life. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description box below. If you are on Spotify or any of the other streaming platforms, just go sneak over to my YouTube, go look the visual, and just click the link and then come back to this, okay? So, I'll see y'all in a few. This isn't sponsored, but you could sponsor me, but this is a business shout out. Do you want to get the body that you want? Go to My Herbalife, okay? By Jiayre Williams. All you gotta do is fill out your name, your last name, put your number, your email address, and it will take you to the website where you can start your wellness goals. And that is such a great thing, because what you're going to do is basically just fill out the information. What's your gender? What's your age? What's your weight, your height, and your targeted weight goals? And they will put you on a scheduled I want to say diet, but they could be on protein, whatever suits you to get to your ideal weight. And they will give you recommended items, the prices. You can even get in touch with the coordinator to suggest some things, especially what you're trying to prioritize, how many meals you eat a day, and also how many drinks or glasses of water you take. How moderate you exercise, how many days, and even you can even elevate it if you want to. It's such a good thing, because then it gives you the results and how much you need, gives you even recipes of lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Look at those prices. You can't beat them now. And then go to Warren, Ohio. If you happen to be in Warren, Ohio, go to the nutrient store. Yeah, she opened it, giving you shakes, giving you waffles. Look how good the waffles is. Look at that. What, that tea? Look, Stranger Things Mega Tea. Look at them young customers. All ages are welcome, okay? And just look at it. Just go ahead and follow them. Go ahead and follow Jiayre Williams, the owner of this beautiful establishment. Ooh, they look good. Parfaits. They also have events like boxing, yoga. So go ahead and get you some, honey, because you'll never want to miss it. Welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Go get y'all live. Go get the body that you wanted. Go get healthier. You know, if you're ever, well, I say it in the ad, so I'm not going to say. I was going to say, if you're ever in Warren, Ohio, she does have a shop there. So I was really going to bring up like what's important to me, but I think I started that in the last part before the little ad or the business shout out, I should say. Um, it took me a long time to actually do what I'm doing now. Because I had people in my ear, and I had people really, what they say and affect me, my heart and my emotions. Negative and positive. I gotta be honest, negative and positive. It's just, it's, it brings out a lot of insecurities that I force myself to really think. And it's honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's mine. It's my fault. I almost said it's my prerogative, but we cause our own problems, sadly. And it's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to be the one to say it's okay. It's okay that we cause our own problems as long as we don't cause them forever, and as long as that we learn from them. That's the important thing. We have to learn from them. And it's essential. It's essential for our growth, because if we don't grow, then we're just going to be stuck in the same patterns, in the same environment, in the same mindset, in the same emotional state, mental state, even sometimes physical. Like, I couldn't do it. I know that I am better. I know that I am worth so much more than what I put on myself. I know that I had to be heard. I had to be seen. I had to be evolved. And so that is one of the reasons why I started doing the podcast. My music is very important to me, but I'm also scared that musically I wasn't ready. But it's so funny because I'm listening back to my music now, and it's just like, I was listening to my song, you'll in the link in the description box if you want to listen to it. It's called Too Deep. It's a remix featuring Breezy Baby, a good friend of mine. And I was just, at first, I turned it on, listened to it, and I'm like, oh my God, is that really me? But then I listened to it again, and it just didn't bother me. It didn't really bother me that I heard my voice, because it actually sounded good. Of course, I've been taking a little bit of more online vocal classes, doing warm-ups, doing drills, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong vocally. And I feel like I'm getting better, so I cannot wait to start fully recording music again. But of course, right now, the environment I am in, I really can't, and I have to wait certain times to really record, because I do have people in my house who work at home. So I can't really belt, I can't really sing like I want to, but I can't wait to release music again. I'm doing so much. I'm producing beats for myself. I'm literally on my YouTube, if you want to go there, I literally have a few beats posted, and I'm posting some more actually very soon. So I need to put that in my planner when I get done, like when is the best time to, put something out there, And so it is very important to me that I'm putting myself out there now. I'm 24, and, it's okay for me to have, literally, I only have 59 subscribers, and that's perfect. That does everything for me right now, because that means that's people who really subscribe to my content. Some people view it, some people like it, and it's great. It's growth. It's growth, and I have to start from somewhere. And a lot of things were making me question who I am. A lot of things were making me question who I was. A lot of things were questioning me who I was becoming. And now I don't fully know who I am, but I know who I'm becoming, which is definitely going to be such a thing, especially in the future, that knowing who I am versus who I was before who I was. That sounds complicated, but it makes sense, because I promise you, 13-year-old me, 14-year-old, the freshman year old, the Jiayre that was a freshman in high school, if he would look at me now, he would shake his head like, I'm really doing this? I really decided to be extra bold and do this and talk my shit, boy, yes. You have grown so much. Honestly, I would tell myself to let my facial hair grow in high school just to see, because I kept shaving it. I remember I kept shaving it because I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. It was itchy. Every time I touched my face, it was weird. But one day, I think it was sophomore year of college, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grow it out. And it changed my look forever. So I really don't ever want to shave. I always want to trim because I don't want my beard to be too long. But I definitely trim. And, you know, and it's important to me to know who I am. But it's also important to me to grow. And sometimes growing, you leave people, habits, situations behind. Like right now, I'm trying my best not to bite my nails. That's really something I'm really trying to promise myself, into not biting my nails so my nails can actually grow and look healthy and my fingers don't look like stubs, okay? I just want to grow. I want to be confident in the things I put out. I want to be confident in the things that I create. I want to be my first priority and not think about everyone else. I do have a tendency to be the fixer. I do. I do want to fix things. I want to make people happy. I have to realize I can't make people happy. And that's something I've realized throughout recently, the last 2 years actually, that I can't make everybody happy. It's sad I can't, but it's essential for me. Because I can't keep draining myself for other people. I can't drain my happiness and put it into other people so they can smile while I'm over here drowning in my sorrow. I want to be passionate about things. I want to take my passion to the next level. I want to just be honest. Even if people don't agree, I have to be honest with myself and with other people. Because honestly, I haven't been able to I haven't been able to tell my honest truth and be like, oh, this is my truth recently when people ask me stuff. You know, it's just, I'm tired of being put on the back burner, and I'm also tired of putting myself on the back burner. I'm not even, like, literally on the back burner, not even lit. Just back there, getting cold, no one bothering. It's time for me to do me. Even if it makes people look at me different, even if it makes people think of me weirdly, I can't. It's my choice. And I'm grown enough to make my choice and know I can stand by it without thinking what people gotta think. Because that, again, was a main problem of me. What does this person think? What if I do this? I don't want to I want to be, I wanted to be popular in high school, but then realized that popularity and being known is so overrated. Like, when I realized that, all I did was keep my headphones in my ear and I just walked to where I was supposed to go. I wasn't hanging around people. I wasn't hanging out with the different crowds. I had a certain group of friends that I was with, people I knew in class that I was able to talk to, and that was it. Like, I wasn't big or popular. Of course, I probably was heard of, because, definitely was the dude that was a cheerleader in high school. But, of course, I got my respects, and I got the people who wasn't respecting me. But, it's cool. I'm very happy that I wasn't a popular person that everyone could talk to. I wasn't a popular person that everyone knew my drama, if I had drama, because I definitely stayed out of drama in high school. I just couldn't do it. That was exhausting. And I was definitely single, and I was single all high school, and that's another thing. What's important to me is realizing that having a relationship doesn't make you, okay? Having a relationship doesn't make you a better person, even though it can, but it doesn't put a value on you. It's not the thing that makes you so, priceless. and I've been single for a long time, and it really put that perspective on me that if I was put into a relationship situation back then, I would have put all of my energy towards that person and not towards the relationship, and that's including me. I realized back then that I have so much codependent tendencies. Of course, that could be the issue. I didn't know how to love another person without giving my all and not saving some for me. That's definitely a reason. But now, the next time or the first time I get into a relationship, it's going to be so different. And I honestly can't wait. I got chills and I got butterflies a little bit in my stomach when I said that out loud. I can't wait. Right now it hasn't happened, but I hope, I pray that it will happen very soon without hesitation. But of course, me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that for now, I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that for now. Single ladies. Yes, that's exactly what I do. Beyonce is also an artist who saved my life. But we'll talk about how music saves my life in another episode, probably the next one, if nothing does pop off. But I am right now at around 45 minutes. And so, what's my last remark? It's okay. My last remarks is, it's okay if you don't know what you stand for right now. It's okay if you don't know what's really important. It's okay to know what shouldn't be your main priority. You may have a couple. It's okay. You don't need to know everything right now. But just know you're going to have to know those one way or another. Even if it's just light groundwork that's going to be dusted over and the next time someone asks you. It's okay, but you have to know who you are and to grow the way that you're supposed to. Because we're all supposed to grow differently. We're all supposed to grow on different paths, but in the same direction. We're all supposed to have different obstacles and everything. And so, yes, and so I would have to leave it at that. I am very grateful for everyone listening to this episode. I hope you got something from it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it's going to apply this to your life. And if you're not, I'm glad you're still here and listening. If you made it here, you listened to all my rambles and everything. So I'm grateful. I am blessed to have you hear me. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. If you are on streaming platforms, share this, post it on your story, post it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, anywhere. Just get me out there, baby. I got big dreams to create, and you can help me out with that. So, peace.